Turn that down a little bit. Happy Friday in Japan. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We have an unboxing for a pricey set. This is a PMG. It's the third. The original was the PMG APX, and then the APX SE, and then this is the APX ME. It is 12 drivers, one rectangular planar, one 10mm dynamic driver, one VCD, 8 balanced armatures, one round planar. All drivers are custom built to PMG's audio spec. I'm not sure if those are custom nulls or anything else at this point, but I will mention that in the full review. And it shows the authorized sellers. Do I recognize any of these? Audio Essence, Headphone Company, Hi-Fi Connect, Earphone King, Elise Audio, Job, and Music Tech. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I think this is this set. Anyway, I can edit this when I do the video. This is coming in at a good time because I'm just at the point where I'm kind of evaluating the camper. CP752. I keep messing that up. Also going to be giving first opinions on the Asteria. Man, I'm just going to open this up. I actually don't have to do that. I can just go this way. There we go. Was I getting something else from FedEx today that's about the same size? Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay. We got a lot of plastic. My little cutter thing, I'm not sure where that is. Let me put this over here. The original Amber PMG APX, I think that's what that was called, was a really good set. It was intense. The PMG APX SE was an improved set in my opinion. It didn't have the intensity that the first one had, and it had absolutely fantastic sub bass. One of the better sub bass. Sub bass seems like almost an afterthought because of how little info is there and a lot of genres. And I'm talking like 40 hertz and below. And then when it's done really well, when you start to pick up all the stuff that does have it mixed down there and isn't cutting off stuff at 20, the PMG APX SE was we got layers on layers here. The PMG APX SE might be one of the better sets I've ever listened to when it comes to the quality of the low end. Yes, this is definitely the PMG. Okay. So it's got a nice branded, as you can see there, cover. You put this, lay it right on top of the M27. No, why would I do that? Okay. Let's take a look. PMG is really good at the presentation. The last time they had one, it was slightly larger, I think, and it was more like your regular kind of like leather, whereas this is another type of leather, and slightly smaller. It's got the double zippers. This marking is essentially the logo, and I've seen pictures of this, so that's going to play part. And then we open this up. Open that. We've got foam. Oh, this is really beautiful. This is nice. So protective foam, protective foam. Let me go ahead and take a look at. So this would be the, this reminds me of another case that I've seen. It's got the branding right here. On the inside we have, so this is like a little mini carrier for, this is actually pretty cool. This is a little mini carrier for your tips of choice. Like everybody's got the ones that they use. This is actually really cool. This is practical and useful because I only use, as everybody knows, the Camper CP, not the Camper, excuse me, the SpinFit CP100 Plus. Look how blue those are. Those are just popping. I use these tips on everything because they fit. I got really fat pipes. It's hard to fill my ear holes. So I would put like 2 pairs inside here and have it with me at all times. That's actually really nice. I have not seen that before. And it's got the branding on it. That's very sharp. And then the logo is embroidered on the back. This seems very premium, which is what you expect when you pay this much money. Demo of 200. It is made out of a very, very light metal. Protective booties. This is, one more time. That's cool. This is one of those things where you think, all these years in hi-fi, when they're doing little things like a ballerina spinning on a box or stuff that just, what does that do for me? That actually is really cool. I don't need 20 pairs of tips. I just need a couple backups of the ones that I know are going to fit me on the set that this is going to go with, and that would be the PMG, or I could use it on anything. Now let's take a look at the set itself. Easy to remove. That's actually really light. The camper was absolute, that was really hard to get out. Is this metal? I guess this says, let's take a look at this for a second before I do a close-up look at this. Hey Alexa, how much is 6,000 euros in American dollars? 6,900. Okay. So these are really light, and they're not very large either. For example, this would be the camper 752. That is, there is such thing as too small. This isn't it, but like the Sennheiser, i.e. 600, 300, 900, those are close to being too small. This isn't. This is about the same size as a Melee. Oh, excuse me. Let me get this back down here. This is the, hopefully I trimmed that. This is the camper CP752, if you didn't see that earlier. And then this is a monster actually. That's really big. I don't have any fit issues because I secure through the ear hole and the overhang. So it doesn't really matter how big it is as long as it's not offending and stabbing my ear. This will fit a lot easier, and again, it's not as small as the Sennheiser sets, which are borderline for me and a lot of other people. So it's got, I guess this is titanium, and it's got the logo printed, laser etched all the way across it. It's got a 2-pin that's flush. It's got vent holes for probably pressure equalization. When you push this into your ear, you're pushing air through it, and if it doesn't escape, you get pressure buildup, which is very annoying and painful for some people. So the air that's pushed in, it kind of just balances, comes out of here. I don't think that's related to tuning, though I might be wrong. It looks interesting. So I believe it's all titanium. It's really, really light, surprisingly light. And then this large, oh, this is a metal one too. This is just a big version of what I was showing you earlier. This is really, 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 really cool. So we have, and these stands actually look like they're different sizes. Like these ones look fatter than those ones. I can't tell which ones are the narrow or the wide, although I can obviously see that those are wide bore right there. Those are narrow. Those look like regular. Those are definitely wide bore. That's glass. Now, before I continue, are earphones worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000? If you want a pocket watch and calculate amount of money that goes into purchasing the drivers, it would seem no. So why do I buy them? Because I like that. It's a placebo. It's a belief that I might be getting a little bit better, and then my brain convinces me that I am getting a little bit better. So I go. Bleeding edge, cutting edge. Like graphics cards, the latest, greatest, overclocked one, are you going to really see it, or do you game that hard to see the performance benefits? Probably not, but knowing that it's there is comfort and belief that your gaming has been improved, even though you're actually not pushing it that hard. This is nice. This feels premium. This feels like what kind of thing should go with an expensive set of earphones. This is actually really, 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 really nice. So you get the big one, and then you get the mini, which now makes a lot more sense to take with you when you find the tips that work for you. It could be ones that they include right here, or it could be like me, the spin fits, and I just put 4 of those in here. It's called gilding the lily. I don't know if you guys know that. Does it really impact anything actually? No, just emotionally. And they are gilding the lily very well right here. I'm going to put that back inside there. Take this puck out. So needless to say, and I'll say it anyway, PMG is really making the buyer feel like they bought something expensive. This cable is... okay, it's got the logo everywhere. It's very subtle. In fact, you can't really tell. I guess it's maybe laser etched like the top of the caps into the Y split. And then you have a chin slider that's effective. And then you have their logo again over here with R, slate gray on silver. If you're colorblind, that might be kind of difficult. Do they have any reds or blues? No. You get over it though. And then the end termination is a very beautiful barrel with no naming on it, just a continuation of the theme, which is putting their logo on everything, which is, this is the P and this is the M and then this is the G. I just noticed that for the first time. I think I'm getting that right. P M G, PMG audio. So let's go ahead and put this on. Oh, there's a red right there, red dot. There you go. That's always welcome. Put that on there. That on there. That's a nice barrel right there. The cable looks like a black and shiny. I'm not seeing any little sparkles. If I look at it closer, maybe under better light, I might notice that there's something else going on there, but at first blush, I'm not seeing it. And that is what it looks like. It's very well presented. I'm sorry. I didn't even see this. I'll take a look at that in just a second. The presentation keeps getting better and better. Tuning is to taste, like whether or not you like it. I'm going to go ahead and graph this. I'll be doing a review for this, obviously. It'll probably be in a video by itself with the Asteria, with the camper, and then they'll all get their own videos. I was really waiting all summer for a lot of this stuff to be coming through. Everything was delayed. If you've been buying in the top end, a lot of you are waiting for the camper right now, or you're waiting for the Asteria right now, or the set that I'm unboxing right now. There's a lot of people waiting for a lot of things. It's the way it is. Okay, I think this is for... oh, that's right. I got to keep going. Yeah, this is really, really nicely done. One of the nicest in its overall... this is bonkers right here. That is absolutely super cool. So you take this out, and then you can turn this case into, with these pieces. Put your DAP inside here. Put extra cables, or BT DAC dongles, a couple cables. This set, maybe another backup set, maybe a battery or something like that. So this looks premium too. Very, very nice. I gotta say, this guy's really chill. I've had the I've had the amber version, which is sent to me and it says demo on it, and I sold it to somebody because it wasn't my thing. Again, it says demo on it, and I disclose that. And the person said, I was going to bring up something else, but I won't. That has nothing to do with this company. And then I got the PMG APX SE. Loved it. Moved on from it. Sold it. Missed that I sold it. Bought it again on Mailcaddy for 888,000 yen, which turned out to be about. So I got a free set. Sold it. Got about half of its MSRP, and then I ended up buying a full price one because I wanted to get it back. So there was not a lot of winning there. This guy doesn't really care. Talk about music. What do you like? What do you not like? Who's this probably most suitable for? And try to get that market's attention. That's basically what this guy, Piotr, I think that's his name. He's just a businessman. He just wants to get honest feedback. Doesn't really care what you do with your stuffs. I gotta say, if you happen to watch this, bro, this is really nice. You did an excellent job aesthetically with the whole presentation. The box is not a big deal because who really cares, but the case that it comes in is very nice. The smaller, more portable case that you would take with you functions like that all the way down to the tip holder, which is a mini version of the large one, which itself is very impressive. Sounds like I'm glazing on this dude. Again, this came to me for free, and I'm probably gonna end up selling it to somebody unless it turns out to be my favorite set. Of course, they'll be told that it says a demo on it, and they'll probably get a really good price. It'll end up being a Patreon if I do that. Really nice job. I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to go ahead and graph. I hope you've enjoyed listening to Kendrick Lamar as much as I have. I hope you had a really nice Thanksgiving. Wasn't one of my best holidays because family and all that. Just love them, but don't want to be hanging out with them and stuff. This is really nice too. If you get this, you buy it yourself, or you end up getting this very one that I've got in my hand right now, it's going to feel like a premium experience all the way through. You're definitely going to think that you bought an expensive set of earphones. It doesn't have cheap caps like a dragon on it or something. It doesn't have a child's toy outer box that's kind of questionable. This is just a audiophiles / Rolex bleeding Summit Fi. Make you feel special. Part of the reason that you even buy expensive stuff like this. This fits that bill. You won't feel like you might have in the past, like, man, this is the same box that they sell the 1/10 price sets in. That's it. It's going to come in layers and layers and layers of stuff, but it's very well protected. I will probably graph this because there's a couple online, see how it compares to those, and then get to listening, and I'll give some first impressions probably within a week. This is an unboxing of the PMG Audio APX ME. It goes for 6,000 euros, which is about 6,900 US dollars. It's got 12 drivers. It's got a true 8-way passive crossover, flat impedance technology, impedance of 10.8 ohms plus 1.5, SPL of 117 dB, titanium shell body, okay, pure silver cable, leather multifunction suitcase, leather portable case, 5 pairs of PMG selected ear tips, certificate of authenticity, 3-year warranty. And there you go. And I'm out, and I'll upload this right now. You guys have a great weekend, and happy Thanksgiving late.